people on the earth. And they were few in numbers. They were feared. They were feared. And they had control over the earth. Allah Jalla Wala gave it to them because of what? Because of establishing the Tawheed and staying off that which is a shirk. He mentioned Hafidhahullah. He says, so all the prophets يبدأون بتصحيح العقيدة في الدعوة إلى الله. They started with rectifying the aqidah, the belief system in regard to calling to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what they started. When they start calling to Allah, they start with the rectification in the belief. Rectification in the, which is the asl of the religion, which is the aqidah. He said, لا يبدأون بالأطراف والجوانب التي لا تنفع مع عدم التوحيد وعدم العقيدة الصحيحة. الله أكبر. He said they were not starting with the edges or those things that were the parts and bits. They didn't start with that. They didn't start with the different parts or sections. No, but rather, barakallahu fikum, they start with the tawheed. He say, allati, in that which la tanfa', and those matters will not be of any avail, of no benefit, if there is no aqidah and if there is no tawheed. If there is no aqidah, there is no tawheed, what truthfulness gonna give you? What avoiding zina will give you? What avoiding, barakallahu fikum, cheating in buying and selling will give you? Nothing. And he mentioned, hafidhahullah, فَلَوْ أَنَّ الْإِنسَانِ, if a person, he say, taraka az-zina, he abandoned fornication. Wa taraka ash-shurb al-khamr, he abandoned drinking intoxicant. Wa riba, and he abandoned usury. Wa taraka jami' al-muharramat, and he abandoned every single type of sins. He abandoned every single type of sins. Illa annahu mushrikun, except that he is a polytheist. Now he abandoned every type of sins, except that he is a polytheist. Lam yanfa'uhu dhalika kullu. He say nothing from these things will benefit him. Meaning abandoning all these sins will not benefit him if he is still a mushrik. He went to say, hafidhahullah, walau yusalli al-layl wal-nahar, even if he will pray the whole day, the whole night he will pray. وَلَوْ تَصَدَّقَ بِجَمِيعِ أَمْوَالِهِ, even if he would have give in charity all his wealth. مَا دَامَ عِنْدَهُ شِرْكُ الْأَكْبَرِ, as long as he has the major shirk, فَلَنْ يَنْفَعُهُ ذَلِكَ, this is nothing that will benefit him. Now this is an important point for me and you to understand this point, this bab right here. Because many people, when they call their relatives to the deen, they start calling them with, we don't lie, we don't cheat, we can have 4 wives, your Muslim husband is not to beat you, he has to maintain you. You're talking about the furu' now. Not worry about, only Allah is deserving to be worshipped. La ma'buda bihaqqin illa Allah. Only Allah is to be worshipped. And worshipping other than Allah will make you these things. And the worst of them is what? That you will be in the hellfire forever. A person worshipping other than Allah. So we will not start with this, the tawheed, but rather we're going to start, with the matters that are secondary matters. Matters of furu', matters of branches. While the main cause is there untouched. The main issue is there untouched. So the Shaykh hafidhahullah, he say, أما لو كان عنده توحيد وسلامة من الشرك وإخلاص لله فهو لو عمل كبائر التي دون الشرك فإنه يرجى له المغفرة. Allahu Akbar. Okay, this is the point that all of us, alhamdulillah, because at one level we are all callers to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are all callers to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He say, Amma, as if now the person, his aqidah is on point, and he is free from shirk. He is free from shirk, and he has ikhlas for Allah alone. فَهُوَ, on that note, لَوْ عَمِلَ, even if he was to be committing kaba'ir, major sins, التي دون الشرك, that are other than shirk, he say, فَإِنَّهُ يُرْجَى لَهُ الْمَغْفِرَةِ, that it is hope. We hope for him what? That Allah will forgive him. We hope for him that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive him. Inshallah, for the next class, I want someone to bring me a point that is have similarity in Imam al-Barbahari book. A point that has similarity, right, of what Imam Barbahari mentioned about the same point. Next class, inshallah. Right? Please bring me what point is it that Imam Barbahari mentioned about this issue. I'm going to repeat it. Right? He say, أَمَّا لَوْ كَانَ عِنْدَهُ تَوْحِيد. If the person he has tawheed, وَسَلَامَ, and he is free, مِنَ الشِّرْكِ, from any act of shirk, polytheism, وَإِخْلَاص لِلَّهِ, and he has sincerity for Allah alone, فَهُوَ, that person, لَوْ عَمِلَ, even if he was to be committing kaba'ir, major sins, التي دون الشرك, that are other than shirk, فَإِنَّهُ يُرْجَى لَهُ الْمَغْفِرَةِ, we hope for him that Allah will forgive him. We hope for him that Allah will forgive him. He mentioned, وَإِنْ عُذِّبَ, if he is being punished, فَإِنَّهُ لَا يُخْلَدْ, he is not to be in the hellfire forever. لَا يُخْلَدْ فِي الْعَذَابِ, he will not be in the hellfire forever. فَكَيْفَ نَتْرُكُ الْأَمْرِ. Allahu Akbar. Shaykh Fawzaan, he said, then therefore, how in the world we going to abandon al-amru al-khatir? How are we going to abandon the most dangerous matter, the most critical matter? He say, وَتَتَجَهَّ إِلَى مَا دُونَهُ, and then you are concentrating to that which is lesser. And then you are concentrating, right? Or you are facing and you are concentrating to that which إِلَى مَا دُونَهُ, to that which is lesser than that. He said, هَذَا الْعَمَلِ, and that action, هُوَ الدَّعْوَ إِلَى اللَّهِ, and that action is calling to Allah. Is that calling to Allah? No, it is not. You're going to abandon that which is the most critical matter for that which is lesser of a being critical. Is that calling to Allah? It's just like a person comes to the hospital, to the emergency room, right? And he's having a heart attack, but he has like some scratches on the hands, bruises, right? And you find the doctor, they all come and they worry about the bruises. But you will just say this guy is about to die because this doctor's there not qualified. This guy having a heart attack, right? He's having a heart attack. Then don't you think that they should have concentrated on that heart attack rather than worry about these small bruises that he has? So you abandon the most important matter for that which is lesser of importance. And now, is this calling to Allah? Shaykh Salih al-Fawzaan hafidhahullah mentioned. Inshallah, let's suffice with this until next week, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, and in it we will be reading the remaining point of this very important tawjihat, I'll call it. I'll call this point a very important tawjihat. So when we call our people, When we call our people, when we call our relatives, we will not abandon the most important matter for that which is lesser important. Right? Now one is not wearing the hijab, but they believe in sihr. Are you going to start talking about the hijab? Or breastfeeding? Is that what you're going to talk about? The importance of breastfeeding. While these people are sitting in front of you, these guys have like a bracelet that is this tall. This guy has a ring that is this tall. All of the stuff with juju. You're talking about the importance of ar-rada'a, the importance of breastfeeding. That's what you're going to talk about. This individual have amulets all over themselves. You're going to talk about the importance of breastfeeding? Is that what you're going to talk about? Akhi, even if they give you a talk, the importance of breastfeeding, you come and you see that, akhi, these people, they have more in need of the matters of tawheed and aqidah than breastfeeding. If you are calling to Allah, then barakallah fikum, you will address the lesson. That issue is very important. But hunaka ahammu min dhalik. There's something that is more important than that. That you and I, we are falling short in it. But we're going to talk about the importance of what breastfeeding. Hamukallah. Would not breastfeeding your children lend you to the hellfire forever? Will it? Huh? It might not even lend you to the hellfire. But committing shirk will lend a person to the hellfire forever. Huh? Nasalullah as-salama wal-afiyah. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi jama'in. If there was a mistake that I have done, please rectify me. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rectify you. Na'am. Ahsan Allah ilayk. Or the jahiliyyah, not the jahil. The jahil is an ignorant person, but the jahiliyyah, yes, the days of ignorance. Yes, this is the jahiliyyah al-am. Al-jahiliyyah al-am, it is removed ever since the Prophet was sent and the Quran was revealed. But, excuse me, amma the jahiliyyah, that is the restricted jahiliyyah. It is the jahiliyyah that is still in people and in places. In people and in places. As the hadith where the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, arba'un min ummati min umur al-jahiliyyah la yatrukuhunna. He said there are 4 things that are from the characteristics of the jahiliyyah that my ummah will not abandon. 4. Anybody remember those 4? We studied those. I'll take that. I'll be patient with that too. Seeking rain from the stars. Right. Seeking rain from the stars. What you call that in Arabic? Huh? Al-istisqa'u bin nujum. Naam. Al-istisqa'u bin nujum. Al-istisqa'u bin nujum. Number 2, Abdullah. Abdullah. Wailing. What you call that? How you call that in Arabic? An-niyaha. An-niyaha. An-niyahatu. Naam. Number. The other one? Boasting about your lineage and looking down. No, that's 2 different things. About the lineage. Say one. Looking down on the people. Looking down on the people. The other one is? Boasting. They're 2 different things. And boasting about your lineage. Boasting about your lineage. If I made any mistake, please rectify. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rectify you. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi jama'in. Subhanaka Allahumma rabbana wa hamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.